Okay, so trying a new thing. Today, uh, today's been an interesting day. I officially registered for my second major, so I am now a classical archaeology major and also a fine arts sculpting major. And I decided finally on sculpting instead of like painting or ceramics or whatever because one, sculptures are always so fucking cool. Like they change the way that they look depending on like where they're sitting and what kind of light they're in and what time of day it is and all sorts of things. Also because I don't know if this music is too loud. Whatever. Also because I like working with my hands, and on this track there is a metalworking course that you can take, and I'm super excited about it. So that's the thing that's happening. Let's see. Other big things. Today is the first day in like a week where I haven't had the worst headache ever. Like yesterday got so bad that I messaged my friend Logan to please come over and bring me orange juice. That's the thing that happened. Incidentally, he did. Because he hearts me. Also because I buy him tacos. Or he buys me tacos too. I don't know. All I know is I have a shit ton of orange juice. And it's delicious. And there's no pulp. And it's fresh, not from concentrate, bitches. Because, Floridian. I'm a little snobby like that. I can't help it. So tonight has really just been Glenn Miller and this paper that really should have been writing itself. But it's not. It's on same-sex relationships in Athens and how I need to talk about pederasty. Okay, that's not something I ever thought I would say before this semester. Anyway, no, it's talking about how, although, what is it? There were some, not all ancient authors approved of the typical pederastic relationship. So I need to find the objections to these relationships and explain them, and explain kind of what's going on, using source material from the textbook, which is actually pretty cool. I can only use half of it though. The other half is Roman, which is the second half of the semester. So that's exciting. It was definitely due yesterday. I haven't finished it, obviously. Which is frustrating, but I'm not going to turn in something incomplete. I mean, like, I would, like, if it's not complete by, like, tonight-ish tomorrow afternoon, then yeah, I'll turn that shit in whatever I have. But it's only going to be, like, 1,500 pages, or 1,500 pages, fuck no. 1,500 to 1,750 words. I'm at, like, 958, but the problem is that the problem that I'm having, rather, is that I've got to use 5 sources. I've got 3 so far from at least 2 different chapters. And the issue with that is that the 3 chapters that I have from which I can choose are Chapter 3, Greek comedies, Chapter 4, which is Greek oratory, which makes me want to kill myself, and Chapter 5, which is what I've been using, which is philosophy. I have to use at least 2 of those chapters. And I can only use one author twice. So if I'm talking about, like I was talking about Socrates, and Socrates, most of the information we have about Socrates, because he never wrote anything down, is from Xenophon. So everything I have for Socrates is from Xenophon, either the Symposium or the Memorabilia, which means I can't use Xenophon again, even though there's another really, really, really great example of this question, in Xenophon's Symposium, but it's a different thing, and I don't know if I'm allowed to use it or not. But I still have to use another chapter, and I'm not quite sure what I want to do with it yet. I feel like I'll probably go into the laws against these specific relationships, and how hubris was an issue. Maybe I don't even know. Most of the shit is quotes, and I mean, like, they're necessary for my argument, but I feel like, I don't know. I just feel weird about it. This is one of those papers where it's been stressing me out this whole time, and I haven't wanted to do it to the point where I think it's actually part of the reason I've been having headaches for the last couple of weeks. Like, and I have another paper that I have to do that's due maybe like the 26th. Or 27th. Yeah, the 26th, which is the Monday after Thanksgiving. And yeah, I gotta do that shit. That'll be fun. But that's in my ancient Roman history class, and that is a biography, and I can do that shit. I can do that in like a weekend. And we'll be okay. So, that's the thing. I'm switching this right now. Things that are happening. I feel weird leaning over, but too fucking bad. Gotta change this. So you don't have to see my face. Shit. Yeah, this is the thing also that's happening, because I love my Glenn Miller, but I like A-side better. Like, the worst record owner ever. For the record, I suppose. Put on some Moonlight Serenade. Serenade you bitches while I'm talking. And, yeah. Also a thing that's happening. This video is almost 8 minutes long. This is how I felt all day. And like, I had Latin this morning. And we were talking about I stem third declension verbs. Ugh. And I'm so sick of declensions. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I don't love Latin. And I mean, like, I do. It's interesting for what it is, which is really the root of, that was totally not helpful, the root of the languages that I love, And I understand part of it because of my vocabulary, my English vocabulary, but also my French vocabulary, But I don't enjoy Latin. It's not pretty to say, to hear. People don't fucking speak it, they write it. And it's not interesting. They don't write anything. Okay, they write some interesting things. Case in point. I grabbed my OJ and then didn't touch it. After that, case in point, interesting bits of Latin. I'm not writing it in Latin, just so you know, just for the record, that shit's not happening. There are things, what am I trying to say? There's graffiti that was found on, in Pompeii, and it's really, really hilarious, and also extremely gross, in like the best way. I can't even describe it. Like Greco-Roman antiquity, there's Philostratus. Oh my god, where the fuck? Anyway, while I'm looking for this, I'm gonna continue talking and bitching about Polymon. I definitely read Pokemon. That's where my brain is right now. I'm thinking about Pokemon. That's a problem. That's also, I feel awful because I'm having to miss my friend Justin's wedding. And I love Justin. Justin's like one of my favorite people. Oh, here we go. Justin's one of my favorite people. Justin has been trying to convince me for like ever to get a tattoo of a Pokemon. But not just any Pokemon. A Gentlemon. Yeah, a Pokemon. Imagine, if you will, this little Pikachu with a monocle and a top hat and a cane. That's, I can't remember if it's, I think that's what Justin has on his calf, and his BFF Jason has a Charmander. Also with monocle, a top hat, and a cane. They're precious, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna get a tattoo that I don't really give a shit about. And that's one of those tattoos where I wouldn't give a fuck about this tattoo. Like, for whatever. But no, some of these Pompeii graffiti things. Whoever fucks a boy on fire hurts his cock. Narcissus is the biggest cocksucker. Cosmos, Equidia's slave, is a big pervert, tinnitus, and cocksucker with legs spread apart. That actually reminds me, the way that that's worded reminds me of that episode of The Next Generation, where it's the alien race and they talk in references, you know, the oh my god, what was it? Like his arms spread wide or whatever. Like he's trying to explain, hey, I like you guys, but we didn't get it for like ever. Felix sucks for a nickel. Felix costs 4 nickels, floor is 10. Dick for sale, $1. Januarius, you lig cock. It's pretty mean. On the 9th of September, Q Postumius asked A. Adius to allow me to fuck him. I can't make this shit up. I'd like to point out that's a thing that's happening right now. That's true story. So, this is legitimately the reason that I decided to take this class. And, I love it, I just don't like doing any work for it. No, that's not true. I don't like doing research for it. Because I feel like it's just useless. I hate research papers. Because it's like, everything that I have to say has already been fucking said. And is written in this fucking book. I know, I have rage. Whatever. So, besides my angry face, my sad face, I'm literally just talking to myself in my house and decided that if I have a computer in front of me with a webcam on, it makes it less sad. Which, by the way, it's not the case. It's still really sad. And I know it. I know that it's extremely sad, and I'm just pretending that it's not. So, yeah, that's the thing that's happening. We're at 14 minutes now, in like 5 fucking seconds. So, I'm gonna go. So, love you bitches. Later.